All right, and joining me today is Max Holzer, who fights Eugen Black-Dell at Oktagon 64. That fight is on December 7th. So, Max, I want to start here. Your walkouts have been absolutely legendary, from the Buzz Lightyear one to the Batman one. You came in on the scooter last time. So I got to ask, where do you get the inspiration for the walkouts that you do?
First of all, thank you that I can be here on your interview. And yes, my walkouts, I always get these ideas when I'm in training camp. And yeah, I look at the opponent and then I do something that is it has to be something from my opponent. But the next times, I think I will do maybe something different. Hmm.
Well, and so we've got a big fight coming up this weekend. So tell me a little bit, like, do you have it all planned out? Is everything set for the walkout?
Yes, I have everything set. Everything is planned, and I think it will not be like a viral hype like next last time, I think, but it will definitely send a big message and bring me up to the matchups I want to fight next.
I love that. And part of the last one too was, not just that it was, it went viral because you're on a scooter and that's a lot of fun. But in addition to that, it's that huge stadium, right? You're in Germany. There were 62,000 people in that bigger than ever card. What was it like being in front of a crowd that was that big?
Yeah, it was a fight like every time. It was a little bit more loud, and yeah, but that's it. I only had to fight one man, and yes,
That
that
that's
was it.
that's true. You only had to fight one guy, but you don't feel like a different energy in that crowd. You're just, singular focus. The walk-in didn't bother you or anything like that.
It was fun, but I only concentrated on the fight. And yes, it was funny to come in like that, but I came to finish the fight and did that.
And I love that mentality that you sort of carry with your fights too, right? Because that's why, you're in there 8-0, absolutely obliterating all of your opponents, is you've got kind of that singular focus. Did you always know you wanted to be a fighter? Has this been your goal for your whole life?
I started the sport with 15. I fought before, but I had no clue that there's a sport like that. And when I started, I did not believe that I could be like a professional fighter, but I always wanted. And I stayed on the sport always and did everything to get better. And yes, so so I came here.
Well, and so then when did it sort of switch for you? You said you didn't at first believe that you could do this as a profession and you could do this for a living. So when did it finally dawn on you that, like, maybe this is possible? Maybe I can turn this into a job.
I started the sport and fell in love with the art, and I was always like, even when I can't be a great fighter, I will always stay in the sport because I love it. And there was no second option for me. I did like everything for the sport, stopped doing something else, only trained, and I was like do or die.
I like that. I like that. No back down. Now, I do have to ask you too. So this has always been sort of like your one track mind, the thing that you've been focusing on. You said you started training MMA specifically at 15. Why did you decide, you were 18 years old, I'm pretty sure, right after your 18th birthday, you took your first pro fight.
Yes.
Why was it then? Was it, kind of waiting till you hit that special age? Did you feel like that was the right time? Did you feel like your skills had gotten to the right place? Why at 18?
You can't fight professional before you are 18. I had amateur fights, but you have to be 18 to fight professional.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Some people here earlier in the States fight a little bit earlier, so that makes perfect sense over in Europe. Now, I gotta ask you too, because I'm a guy who loves a good story about somebody's fight nickname, and I know your fight nickname Stifler. So give me a little bit
Ah,
of.
fuck, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I cut okay, again.
You're good. Yeah, I'm just wondering if you could explain to me where your fight nickname comes from. How did you wind up with that as your nickname?
I did a lot of wild stuff when I was young, and so my trainer decided to give me this name. I
And
was
it was
always in trouble, and he said I looked a little bit like him. I had the same hair right then, and yes,
and so had you seen the movie when your trainer had
yes,
called
of
you
course,
that?
of course, of course.
So it was you were okay with it sticking at that point.
Yes, I can do something against it. Everyone calls me Stifler in the gym since then. Since today, many people does not even know my name here in the gym. I think I'm my name is Stifler.
That's great. That's a good nickname then. So let's get to talking a little bit about this fight. We talked about the walkout. We talked about the nickname. You get Eugen Black-Dell here, who's a newcomer to the organization. You know, it's kind of a shuffle around of opponents, and I know you had a couple of fights that were kind of close there. When they finally got the name on the dotted line, and Eugen Black-Dell was going to be the person you fought, what are sort of your thoughts on the style that he brings to the fight?
I did not really know him, and but he have a lot of experience. He have fought 3 times this year, like me, and I think he is good everywhere. But I'm better in every aspect. So yes, that's what I think about him.
Well, and that leads me perfectly to my last question. I love to end these things with a prediction. So let me know, on December 7th, this upcoming weekend, you get in the cage with Eugen Black-Dell. How do you see this fight ending?
It will end before this decision, 100%. I don't know if it will be a submission or a KO, TKO, but I will finish him for sure.
All right, and you heard it here first, folks. This has been Max Holzer, who fights Eugen Black-Dell. Once again, that fight is at Oktagon 64 and takes place December 7th. Max, thank you so much for the time, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.